Hey guys, I'm Nito King. We're moving on to World 5 of Rayman today with a special guest.
Hello, this is Techokami.
So, Crystal Palace, what are you expecting?
I'm expecting it to be like crystal caves, and that it's gonna be very painful or annoying.
Well, painful, definitely. Here's our first secret. You have to jump over the entrance sign.
That's that's kind of tricky, mainly because if you make one little mistake, you have to start the whole level over again. It looks like you just got hurt by that platform.
Yep, the elevators in World 5 have spikes on the bottom.
Oh, that's just great. Secret.
Yep, they have at the very least gotten rid of the slippery floors. I don't believe there are any slippery floors in the entirety of World 5.
That's good.
World 5 is all about lots of grappling and very little flooring. I think the floors we've stepped on are pretty much more than half of the floor in the entire level.
Great.
Yeah, the good news is it's a pretty short level, but lots of tricky grappling.
So I do have to ask, this is the level's called the Cave of Scops. So, does that mean this cave is owned by a guy named Scops? Or is it a cave that's populated by some creature called a Scop? And if so, what the hell is a Scop?
Scops is that scorpion that we saw on the loading screen.
Ah! Whoop.
Yep. This is the part of the level where I always lose the most lives, just trying to get the second cage. Matter of fact, the first time I recorded this, I lost a whole bunch of lives, finally got the cage, and lost another life trying to get back. So I said, screw it, scrapped the recording, and then made it through the whole rest of the level without losing a life.
Well,
Yep, so that's a lesson for all you LPers out there, never stop the recording until it's definitely too late. So, another tricky to spot cage, sitting on a spiked elevator.
a lot of spikes.
Mm-hmm. But fortunately, most of the cages are not that hard to find if you know how the designers think. And the grappling really isn't that bad either, except for maybe this part.
Ah, tower grappling hooks.
Yep, and if you don't make the jump properly and get to the right hook, you're going to hit the spike on the far side. So, that's the first section. We're halfway through the level.
Wow, this is quite short. There was a drum in the background.
And now it's elevators.
That was a quick ball.
Yep. Once you've played through the level a time or two, you know what's coming. You know not to jump off that elevator early. Well, I think I'm in pretty good shape at this point.
Yeah.
In terms of fist power-ups. Actually, no, I lost all my fist power-ups. Yeah, so you spotted that this was a secret, right?
Yeah, now we got eyeballs are back.
Yep. I think this is the
eyeballs.
only place they appear in this world. There are more annoying enemies later.
Oh god, those rocks are back.
Yep. It's pretty much all the worst parts of all the other levels except the slippery floors. I don't know how they missed the mark there.
Oh,
But
if it was, if they had the slippery floors, oh, what the heck is...
that is the most annoying enemy in the game, pretty much.
Looked like it avoided your attack, now it's shooting homing needles at you.
Exactly. And once it gets to the ceiling, you can't even hurt it.
Oh,
You can kill it if you get it before it jumps.
and you didn't.
I did not. I usually don't. They're really tough to kill. And here's another secret that isn't a cage, but there's the cage right over there.
Now it's just a matter of getting to it.
Yep. And the good news is that the tricky part is just figuring out that it's there. Once you've seen it and you know that it exists, it's not hard to find. Again, because I'm just so used to thinking the way they do and figuring out where they're going to put stuff. But they love spikes in this world. There's spikes everywhere.
Well, it's not a matter of finding it, just getting to it that's gonna be the hard part.
Well, not really, because you see, here's the blind jump you have to make in order to get to it. Leap of faith.
Leaps of faith.
Especially in this game, where your faith is generally misplaced. And always make sure that you actually climb up to the ledge, because this cloud appears. It makes it a lot easier to get back.
Of course.
By the way, you don't want to go back.
Like you're doing right now?
Exactly. Because when you ride this cage halfway, the next cloud appears. Nested secrets.
This is taking you. Oh.
It's a narrow corridor you can only negotiate on the cloud.
And there's the last cage.
Yep. It's that short a level, and it still kind of hurts if you don't get all the cages the first time through. And the good news is it's kind of a shortcut. Takes us a little bit farther in the level, not much.
That's good.
This world is also pretty slim on checkpoints.
Yeah, there was like only a couple. Whoa! What the heck is that blue thing?
That is another one of those spiky elevators, except it's narrower.
And faster.
Yeah, not usually much of a problem. This is a problem.
Yeah, trying to. Whoa! One of these.
It took me a few attempts, so I sped it up a little bit.
And you didn't make it.
And once you get up onto the top hook, then you gotta make another one of those jumps up onto an elevator that's above you. And I finally made it. And then, of course, almost fell down yet again. No more cages, but I felt that I really needed to get this one up. And promptly lose it.
I don't think we've ever seen his drowning animation. Or have we?
I'm pretty sure I've fallen in water at least once.
I don't recall it. Well, it might have been a while ago.
Yeah, you'd be hard-pressed to find a manner of death that I haven't managed to hit upon at some point in my LP.
Yeah, cavalcade of deaths to this game.
Well, you know, this game with me at the helm. Like I said, even though I managed to get through the game here, I'm not very good at it. I'm just persistent and willing to keep recording the same level over and over again.
That's usually the best way to deal with things, especially with games like this. Oof.
Yep. Hope you spotted those spikes on the ceiling, or else you walk face first into them.
And then, spikes being shot at you from all directions.
Yep, I'm pretty sure there's a secret to the left. I really didn't want to blindly jump over there.
That cloud will disappear on you. Oh, wow, and the exit was a secret. That's a new one.
Yeah, and believe it or not, that's the whole level. No boss chases, no nothing. We're just done.
That was quick.
Yep. And the next time we're going to be taking on Eat at Joe's, the most infamous level in the entire game. But it was a short video. What do you say we go round up some cages in the Dream Forest?
Sure.
Oh, good, because I'm going to do that whether you on it or not. So back to Pink Plant Woods, the very first level of the whole game. You remember back when we thought this game was easy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure it really was, but once you've gotten through some of the later levels, especially when you've got the full set of power-ups, this is nothing.
Indeed. I think someone... no, I'll wait till we get there.
Fair enough. But it's just happy music. Rayman actually is almost justified in looking like he's having fun. And I can run and almost die. I can grab the ledges and pull myself up. So many abilities that you take for granted that we didn't have the first time we came through.
Yeah.
Including the ability to punch at all. Which is pretty much the reason that I didn't get any of the cages in this area. Although, if you want to get all the cages, you at least need the ledge grab from Anguish Lagoon.
I just heard something here.
Yep, anti-tunes. They chase you pretty much through the whole level, but once you've got the ledge grab, you can get to the upper path. And I didn't even realize that those guys took 2 hits to kill. Or that they would fly so far when I didn't kill them. Because I don't think I've ever fought those guys when I didn't have the gold fist. Guess you kind of learn something new every day. And there's the cage that you can't get if you return to Pink Plant Woods immediately after you beat it.
Ah.
The other 2 are perfectly accessible. You can get to this one by punching it from that vine over on the right. And the other one, all you need to do is punch down that plum and ride it to the right. But I don't advise it. I would have died there if I didn't have the helicopter. Matter of fact, I just don't recommend you go back to any levels you don't have to until you've got the helicopter.
Makes sense.
Just makes things so much easier. And then, of course, we're done with cages for this level, but I had to return to my old nemesis here.
Ah, yes. Okay, I think someone mentioned this in the thread, a while back, like after, you got the run ability.
Mm-hmm.
That when you don't have the run ability, the button that activates it, makes Rayman make a funny face, and you can actually spook enemies.
Yeah, I
will
will be showing that in the finale video.
Because it's possible to make an enemy run off a cliff and to their doom.
Yep, that's the plan. I just haven't recorded that footage yet, because I'm trying to get the PC version working. There we go, it didn't take me as many tries as I thought. In the PC version, grabbing that speed fist up there is what makes the first cage appear. And remember that 1-up I couldn't get before? Yeah, still can't get it.
Oh, there we go.
Yep. Just gotta wind up enough. So back to Anguish Lagoon. I only had to leave 1 cage behind here because I didn't have the grapple. So I figured I'd try to get through this first scene without using any abilities other than the ones that you get from Dream Forest, just to prove that you can, in fact, get that cage right after beating Mosquito's Nest. But it's kind of out of reach.
Yeah.
And my resolve just doesn't usually last very long. So I need to get over to that ledge so I can get up high enough to punch the plum down, and, well, it always takes me a couple tries.
There you go.
Why not? I mean, who really wants to watch me stumbling around the level all that long?
Nobody.
Well, I hope not, because they didn't get to see it. There's one other thing that I missed here that I knew existed, but I didn't find it while I was going through this section the first time, so I wanted to show it to you guys. It was up about halfway through this section.
Me.
Yeah. I mean, this I didn't really want to show you guys, but here it is. I can't even hit an anti-tune. It's like getting killed by Goombas in Super Mario Bros. Now, you notice that shining spot up there that Rayman just passed? It makes that 1-up appear in the lower left.
Yep.
You gotta be over to the right when you make it appear and then fly back to the left to get it. It's kinda tricky, and I really didn't want to go through the level again to do it. So back to the Swamps of Forgetfulness. I already have all the cages here, but I didn't show you guys what Terezan is pointing at the first time around. I just sort of blazed through that part, so now you get to see him in action.
That's cool.
Then I'm going to skip ahead to the final area here.
Right.
You remember what it is I didn't do my first time?
Oh, it's been a while. But, I think it involved, riding a plum.
No, I did this. And I got off halfway and met the Ting Magician, but I didn't have enough Tings to play his game.
Ah!
Now I do. So let's see what challenge it is that I completely missed.
Well,
And attempt to bring my life counter up to a nice round 40.
that'll give you enough lives for you at Joe's. Maybe.
Well, mostly. So we got these swinging plums. I am horrible at these things.
It's quite obvious.
And it gives you almost no time.
Yeah, and you got no tings.
Well, I got one. But I'm just absolutely pathetic at this thing.
So he's gonna keep try again?
Well, try till I run out of tings.
That shouldn't happen.
What are you talking about? I told you I'm really bad at this game.
You're better at it than me.
I'm not going to argue that. But yeah, my timing is really off, I think, and I'm just not very good at riding these things.
You don't seem to be syncing up very well to let you, actually ride it.
Yeah, well, that's why they let you choose the timing for the second one, but I just got it wrong, so screw that. I'll show you guys what the rest of the level looks like if you just go all the way down the hill and don't take the top path.
A lot of, randomly spawning bullets.
Yep, and they're pretty easy to get past if you've got the helicopter. And make sure you take this guy out before you get to shore. You really don't want to hit him and fall into the water.
Yeah.
So that's the Swamps of Forgetfulness again. And Mosquito's Nest is the last level we're going to go back to today. One more cage here, and again, this is one that I needed the grapple to get. Right up above me.
Uh-huh.
The problem is I need to go pretty much to the end of this area and then double all the way back. The good news is the helicopter makes this part a lot easier. And then, for once, all the spikes just randomly sync properly, and I don't have to use it. No, this game doesn't show mercy. I think it just forgot. So, climbing up to take a look around, see if I can actually get up there yet. I can't. I'd actually forgotten how far I have to go before I can climb up. Not quite the end. Really more like 2/3 of the way, I think. Because the vine I need to climb is coming up, and after that there's a bunch of hills over there, and I think that weird planty thing that was shooting guys out. The giant lips. Yeah, I tried to get the plum all the way over to the right after I did this recording, but it didn't work, so I just edited that out of the video.
Ah.
I actually recorded the entire run of all these levels the second time around. But there was very little of interest that wasn't actually getting the cages. And I'm not trusting the Ting Magician anymore. Because last time he took 10 of my Tings when I didn't even want to play his game. Just fight my way through a couple of enemies, and there's the cage.
Whoa.
It's a pretty quick trek.
And that's...
Yep. So I'll just jump to the end of the level where there was this slope where I could have knocked the plum up with very, very careful and skilled punches. And just
Get
take
that
them
one
up.
up. You can.
Why not? So that's it. I'll see you guys next time for Eat at Joe's.
See ya.